In what many are calling one of the most unusual meteorological events ever recorded, the Japan Meteorological Agency announced that satellite images from the Himawari 9 weather satellite became unavailable following what officials described as a communication failure. Yet, moments before the satellite's sudden loss of contact, a sequence of images was captured and later circulated online, showing a series of massive energy-like wave patterns radiating outward from Antarctica and spanning thousands of miles toward Australia. These rippling arcs, visible across the atmosphere, appeared to stretch more than 6,000 miles, an extraordinary and unsettling sight that has ignited intense speculation among researchers, independent analysts, and the public alike. The Himawari 9 satellite, a state-of-the-art geostationary weather observatory launched to monitor the Asia-Pacific region, transmits detailed images of the Earth's atmosphere every few minutes. Designed to detect changes in cloud formation, air pressure, and radiation, it has long been considered one of the most reliable eyes in orbit. However, the final sequence of frames before the failure revealed something entirely out of the ordinary. Instead of the usual atmospheric flow, the data showed vast concentric arcs, dark and light bands stretching from the frozen continent of Antarctica and radiating northward across the Indian Ocean toward mainland Australia. These enormous rings appeared to form and expand within minutes, as if something deep within or beneath the southern pole had generated a burst of energy that propagated through the atmosphere. When meteorologists examined the imagery, they were at a loss to explain it. There were no signs of large-scale storms, no volcanic eruptions, and no seismic events that could account for such perfectly symmetrical, wave-like structures. The fact that the images were captured only moments before the Himawari 9 satellite ceased transmitting has only added to the mystery, suggesting to many that whatever produced the phenomenon may have interfered with the satellite's communication systems. The scale of the event was staggering. Spanning thousands of miles across the southern hemisphere, the wave patterns formed an almost geometric alignment that some described as resembling ripples on water caused by a single powerful impact. Yet, unlike weather systems that evolve gradually, this anomaly appeared suddenly, within a single observation frame, before fading just as quickly. The short-lived but intense nature of the occurrence left experts debating whether it was atmospheric, electromagnetic, or perhaps even energetic in origin. Scientists monitoring radar data from the Australian Bureau of Meteorology noted that their own instruments detected disturbances in the upper atmosphere at approximately the same time. These readings were consistent with strong fluctuations in energy or pressure, something powerful enough to ripple across the southern skies. The synchronized timing between the Japanese satellite's last transmission and these atmospheric anomalies has raised questions about whether both systems were affected by the same source. Several theories have emerged to explain the mysterious Antarctic waves. Some meteorologists initially proposed that they might be an artifact of the satellite imaging process, interference or reflections caused by changes in solar radiation or magnetic activity. Yet this explanation falters when considering that other satellites operating at similar times did not display the same distortion. Others have speculated that the waves could represent real atmospheric disturbances, possibly generated by shifts in the polar vortex or the release of energy from beneath the Antarctic ice. A growing number of independent researchers have also noted that the wave pattern bears resemblance to electromagnetic interference, the kind that might occur if a massive burst of energy was emitted from a concentrated point. This has led to speculation about whether the waves could have originated from deep within Antarctica, a continent long shrouded in mystery and largely unexplored beneath its vast sheets of ice. Over the years, seismic sensors have occasionally recorded strange pulses from beneath the polar region, often dismissed as natural geological movement. Yet, if these atmospheric ripples were connected to similar subterranean energy events, it could point to something far more complex occurring below the surface. The visual evidence is striking. In one of the clearest frames, Australia is shown under a series of perfectly curved lines, alternating between light and shadow, as though immense waves of energy were moving through the atmosphere. The arcs appear evenly spaced, stretching from the southern edge of the continent up toward the Indian Ocean. To the trained eye, the symmetry is too precise to be dismissed as coincidence. The patterns suggest an organized force, not random weather activity. The Japan Meteorological Agency has since confirmed that communication with Himawari 9 was lost at approximately the same time these images were taken. Engineers have been working to restore full functionality, but so far, no definitive cause for the disruption has been released. The timing of the event, however, has fueled theories that the satellite systems may have been affected by the same energy disturbance that appeared in the images. For many observers, this incident recalls past moments when satellites monitoring the Earth or Sun have captured unexplained anomalies moments before suffering data interruptions. Some believe that such occurrences are not random, but rather indicative of powerful bursts of electromagnetic radiation, atmospheric energy, or even technology not yet publicly understood. The Antarctic region has always been a source of fascination and secrecy. From unexplained heat signatures detected beneath its ice sheets to restricted areas that are off-limits even to scientific expeditions, it remains one of the least understood places on the planet. The sudden appearance of massive wave formations radiating from its center raises the possibility that something deep within the continent may have become active, either geologically or technologically. If these waves originated from the ground or the ice below, it would imply a release of tremendous energy capable of disturbing the atmosphere thousands of miles away. Across online forums and research communities, the event has become a focal point for discussion. Some theorize that the waves could represent the testing of advanced technology, possibly involving radar or energy manipulation. Others suggest that it may have been a natural but extremely rare atmospheric resonance, similar to how sound waves propagate through air, but on a scale large enough to be visible from space. A few go further, proposing that the waves might be evidence of interactions between Earth's magnetic field and a yet unknown external source of energy. Whatever the cause, one fact remains undeniable. These patterns were captured, verified, and observed across multiple time-stamped frames just before a major satellite failure. The coincidence has made it difficult for even skeptics to ignore. The scientific community continues to examine the data that remains, but much of the original feed from the Himawari 9 satellite is unavailable, having been lost during the communication outage. The Japan Meteorological Agency has since stated that the satellite's backup systems remain stable, yet no new imagery from the same region has been released to the public. This silence has only deepened curiosity, as people around the world wonder whether the full truth about the event will ever be shared. For now, the mystery remains unresolved. A series of concentric energy waves spanning the vast distance from Antarctica to Australia were seen by millions, preserved in screenshots and archived radar data, before disappearing, along with the very satellite that recorded them. Whether the cause lies in a natural phenomenon, a technological test, or something far beyond current understanding, the incident has reminded the world just how little we truly know about the forces shaping our planet.